Saab has been telling us for years that their cars are jets with number plates. The message is clear. Buy a 9.5 and you'll be able to blast a hole in the sound barrier and manoeuvre up your own tailpipe. Really?
I mean, do jet fighters have handbrakes, for instance, or ignition keys down here, or electric windows, or a cup holder? I actually asked a bloke from Saab the other day what elements of this come from the aeronautical industry, and all he could come up with was this night panel button on the dashboard, which turns all the lights and most of the dials off at night. That's it.
That's handy if you want to line up for a bombing run on a Soviet nuclear submarine base, but of limited use on the A38 just outside Burton-on-Trent. There are other differences too. The plane takes off at 137 miles an hour. The car doesn't. The plane is made by Saab. The car is made by General Motors. And finally, the plane uses a Volvo engine.
Now, what I'd like to do at this point, to demonstrate the difference between car and plane even more, is bolt the Stig into the Saab here and have him race a fighter jet round our track. The only trouble is, can you imagine ringing up the Royal Navy and saying, "Hello, I'm from that pokey motoring programme on BBC Two. Would it be possible to borrow one of your Sea Harriers?" You can imagine what the response would be. Yes, they were there in a jiffy. So, top-of-the-range Saab 9.5 Hot Aero versus Sea Harrier FA2. And they're off. 2.3-litre, 250 horsepower turbo against 21,500 pounds of jet thrust. Harrier's off the ground and already doing 200 miles an hour. Saab's up to 58. Plane's pulling 6G in the corners and the car's still lumbering down the first straight. It's another corner dispatch. And the pilot, yes, I think he's already got the finish line in his crosshairs. And the car, yes, well, here it comes up to the second corner, which is Chicago. A little bit of oversteer on the way in and lots of understeer on the way out. And the plane, yes, there it goes across the finishing line. It's Ride of the Valkyries, or as he knows it, the music from the Pirelli advert. To follow through. It is quick. It is quick. Stig's not giving up. I like to see that in a man. But he's nearly lost it going into camber, and he's just held it and across. Oh, look, the plane's waiting for him. That's nice. What about that? Well done. Brilliant.
The pilot did go a bit wide in some of the corners, didn't he?
He did go wide. He did say, with a Harrier, it would be possible to actually follow the confines of the track, and it would still be faster than the car. But we said, no, go for it. So he did run a bit wide. I mean, over this corner, he was over Brighton. Round here, it was Oxford. Coming round that one, he actually hit Edinburgh. But I have the time. You want to know?
Go on.
31.2 seconds. So, if you could pop that up for us there, Richard. Go on.
Thank you very much.
That's the new fastest thing ever to go around our track.
I might laugh to get that record.
Right, the car, 137.9. That's nearly a second and a half slower than a Honda Civic.
Which takes us back to the original question. Why do those people who have Saabs have that smile on their face?